our Angular project inside of Firebase and Vercel. First, for the Firebase, we need to add the following library, Angular Fire, to our project, and this will add the needed schematics for us to be able to deploy our project. Then automatically, when we type ng deploy, we'll see that first Angular is building our project. Before this, you might be asked to authenticate your account in Firebase. In a browser, the project will be built and then deployed or pushed directly to Firebase. As you can see, the files are uploaded and the release is complete. Afterwards, you can see the project URL here. So when you open this URL, you should be able to browse your application. So here I am, I'll paste the URL, and that's it. Instantly the application works. This is how it looks like. This is actually the Angular project. If you would like to use the serverless functions of Firebase, you need to install Firebase tools. I have it here installed, this package. In your project, when you type the following command Firebase init functions, a functions directory will appear. So we can go to this directory, and here actually we can place all the files which we need to be interpreted, for example, as Node.js files. So here I have one index.js file, and I can install with npm additional packages. As you can see, the package JSON, for example, NodeMailer and course, which I've installed. And now, so I can use this command Firebase deploy, which will give us URL to the function, which we later can use. If we take a look at the index.js file, it's a boilerplate. We need to first include our functions that we would like to use. And then we have a special initialization of the application. We're exporting this function send contact form. And basically it's a hook, so whenever a request comes, we are just here displaying the data. The point is that you can have a lot of those exports of such functions. So that's how you can achieve deployment of Angular project, and also using Node.js, using the Angular Firebase hosting. Another deployment is offering Vercel. For this, you need to initialize Git repository local one in your project. And while registering on Vercel, you will also have a remote one. And then you need to connect those repositories. Once this is ready, you are just creating commits, and you are pushing the changes, and they automatically will be detected. So for now, if I add all the files and commit them, and then I'll push the files, this will automatically push the files into GitHub at the same time. Since this repository is linked to Vercel, we will be able to browse the project. Alright, so this is my particular URL, and we should be able to see the same application here. It's reflecting all the latest changes. Now let's see how we can run a Node.js application inside of Vercel. The only requirement is to create a directory API. So afterwards, all those files which represent serverless functions can be invoked with a special domain name path. Let's see what's inside of this file now. So for example, here we're using NodeMailer, and we are using environmental variables. They are very good because here we are not revealing the password directly to our repository. The environmental variable is encoding it inside of the system, so it's not exposed to third parties. Something interesting also is this function allow course, which is provided by the developers of Vercel, and it actually accepts handler functions and acts like a middleware allowing requests to be made from same or different domains. So this is important when you're creating REST APIs. And afterwards we are exporting the default function, which will actually trigger this URL. For example, this is the name of the function /API/hello, and this will invoke the Node.js file we just discussed. Alright guys, those are two ways you can use to publish your application and to deploy it successfully so that it can be available in internet. If you like the approaches and the information, you can subscribe to the channel. Thank you.